dark place. And in that moment, that was during the time I lost my parents. They passed 2 weeks apart. And so God told me, He said, hey, you can allow this situation to make you bitter, or you can allow this situation to make you better. And so I chose better. And from that moment on, I've been putting smiles on faces, and I'm continuing to do so. And I'm just loving the drive and the energy that we present and how we help people make dreams come true. One of my friends, she was actually a customer, looking to get her credit and stuff repaired. And she wanted to buy a house where within 4 months, her score increased. She was able to build her a house from the ground up. It is beautiful. And so, listen, this is definitely a grand opportunity. I'm loving it. And so will you. Darryl, I'm going to give it back to you.
Absolutely, absolutely. I know her friend, Miss Ebony Figures, phenomenal lady. Like you say, she came to me with a low 500 credit score. Within 4 months, we got over 700, guys. She went and purchased a home from the ground up. So, it's a beautiful thing just to be able to help people, get the proof for the homes and the cars, low interest rates, and really change the whole, their family lives in a beneficial way, and really, establish generational wealth, what I feel like we're all chasing. So a little bit about myself, before joining this platform, I didn't really have any knowledge in the financial industry or credit repair, anything of that nature. I was doing promotions on Las Vegas Boulevard. I did that close to 5 years, and it was a fun time, and I got to meet a lot of people. But then fast forward to 2020, we all know what happened, right? Everything shut down. That means it shut my money down. I had $0 coming in. I was on the verge of losing absolutely everything. I was maxing out credit cards, collections in my credit report. And, randomly enough, I seen a post on social media on how I could get my credit increase and earn some additional income, referring over other people as well. And at that point, I couldn't be picky. I was pretty desperate. So I got started. My score went from 503 to over 742 within 4 months. 10 months, I became a vice president of this platform, earning over 6 figures a year. So it's really saved my life, changed my life for the better. And I'm super excited just to, give you guys this information. I'm sure you guys are going to get a lot of value from it. So just a little background upon, the company that we're partnered up with is United Credit Education Services. All right. You're dealing with a company that you can trust. It's been around for over 17 years. We're basically a financial literacy platform. We do a lot more than just credit restoration. All right. And we're completely debt free. This platform is all about debt freedom and financial freedom. Type a 2 in the chat if you want to be debt free and financially free. 2022, this is the year for it, guys. This is a year of debt freedom and financial freedom. And we also have the same 2 executives since the inception of the company, Paramil Nayak and Mike Toloff. We just had a big convention out there in Dallas. Got a chance to sit down with these gentlemen and just talk to them about their vision for the future of the country. They're really just trying to, empower as many Americans as possible. And the reason that this information is just so powerful, because we was never taught this information in school, right? We were never taught about financial literacy. They teach us about geometry and a lot of different things that don't benefit us once we become adults. And, financial literacy is something that can literally change your life in a meaningful way, and it is crucial, especially right now with everything that's going on in the economy. And right now, man, people are drowning in debt. As of 2019, we was over $1 trillion in debt, in credit card debt. Imagine what this number looks like after COVID. Type a 1 in the chat if you know anybody that was negatively impacted financially due to COVID. I lost my whole job, guys. I'm pretty sure this number has doubled since then, all right? 43 million Americans as of 2019 had less than a 600 credit score. Now, let's be real. These days, what exactly can you do with a 600 credit score? Not too much of anything. You want to have closer to a 700, right? How many Americans do you believe have less than a 700? I was just reading an article the other day that said it was close to 112 million Americans have less than a 700 credit score. So it's a lot of people, pretty much an unlimited supply, that need the services that we have. So that's why it's such a blessing to be partnered up with a platform right now. of this nature. 46% of baby boomers have less than $10,000 saved up for retirement. Guys, that's a lot of my aunts and uncles, a lot of people in my community that I look up to, that I've seen work hard their whole lives, multiple jobs, and they never got the financial freedom that they were searching for. They never got the debt freedom that they were searching for. All right. So the American dream was misconstrued. So that's why it's so powerful, just partner up with a platform like this that can really change the dynamic of your life and your family lives for future generations. I'm pretty sure we all seen this fact before. 40% of millennials, they have spent money that they didn't have just to keep up with their friends. Most of them keep it a secret. We call it keeping up with the Joneses. We call it faking it till you make it. But, a lot of people just keep faking it and never make it. They're drowning in debt. And this is what we call a generational curse. So this movement is all about breaking those generational curses, guys. We're really trying to build generational wealth the right way, really learn this financial literacy. And I'm going to go into, these services in just one second. But if you ever suffer with bad credit, I'm pretty sure you felt some of these characteristics. It makes you feel anxious and embarrassed, like frustrated. I felt this. When you got a 400 credit score, it's almost like a disease. It's just something underneath your back. You're a grown person and you need a cosigner. You can't even get an apartment these days. You can't even, buy the car that you want. It's certain jobs you can't even get with a, inefficient credit score. So on the flip side to that is, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Like we say, bad credit happens to good people all the time. It's just the way that the system was made. But, this system is going to be broken. And when it's broken, guys, man, when you got a good credit score, 700, you able to just go get approved for new homes, new cars, you get low interest rates. A lot of people don't understand, okay, you able to go get that car, the buy here, pay here, whatever, 500 down, but you end up paying 4 or 5 times what the car is worth because the interest rate is so high. You get higher limits on your credit cards, contracts with no deposits, right? So it's nothing like this. It really can help you live a more meaningful life. So let's break down exactly how your credit score is calculated. All right. It really comes down to these 5 factors. Credit is super simple. You're going to remove the negative items and build with the positive items. So as far as building with the positive items, 35% of your score is calculated from your payment history. So it's very crucial that you make your payments on time. All right. That's 35% of your score. That's why you can make on-time payments for years. Make one late payment, that can drop your score 50 points. So it's very essential that you make your payments on time. 30% is going to be the utilization of your credit cards. So you want to keep your utilization on your credit cards under 30% is good. In between 2 and 10%, that's excellent. All right. So 15% is going to be your length of credit. A lot of people get a credit card, they max it out, and then close it out. You never want to do that. That's not how you maximize a credit card. All right. You want to keep that credit card open as long as possible and just utilize the percentage rate of it. Those 2 factors alone, that's 45% of your score. Make the on-time payments, guys, that's 80% of your credit score right there alone. All right, 10% is going to be your inquiries. Basically, what you're doing with credit, you're just building relationships with the banks. All right, that you're building relationships, building trust with them so they can approve you for more money in a sense. All right, so let's say they see that you keep inquiring about multiple lines of credit, they're not going to trust you. Now you're high risk. So you want to limit the number of inquiries that you may have. You want to have a good mix of type of credits because you're proving your credit worthiness as well, showing how responsible you are. So you want to have a good mix of installment loans versus revolving loans. Revolving loans, that's basically credit cards. Installment loans, that's like a car loan in a sense. It's something that's going to be paid at a certain date. Revolving never stop. You never want to close your credit cards. All right. So as I mentioned, credit is super simple. We're going to remove the negative items and help you build with the positive items. Okay. So as far as building with the positive items, that's not going to maximize your score. Some people tell me like, okay, I got this credit card. I got this car loan now. My credit score should go up to 700, but I look at their credit report and they got 10 negative items. You're not going to maximize your score until we remove these negative items. All right. So it's only one way to remove negative items in America. First off, you got to be mindful of the fact that the collection agencies, they're not the government, right? TransUnion, Equifax, Experian, they're just for-profit organizations that get paid to report your information. And they used to do some malicious things with people's information. So Congress came in and passed a law. You guys can look this up for yourself. It's called the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Now, within that law is different sections like the 609, 611, 613 sections that you can leverage to basically dispute any negative item and get it removed on your behalf. So it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's a bankruptcy, repossession. Guys, type in the chat box, you know, some of the negative items. I had everything you can possibly imagine. Medical bills, late payments, you know, student loans, medical bills, hard inquiries. There's only one way to get them removed, and that's processing the appropriate legal dispute letters that our credit attorneys prepare for you. So these documents are prepared within 2 to 3 business days, and once they're sent off with a photocopy of your ID and social, signed, sent through certified mail, once the collection agencies receive those documents by law, per the Fair Credit Reporting Act, they have 30 to 45 days to come up with a resolution. And in most cases, things are removed within the first round of dispute letters, but just be mindful, it can take upwards of 3 rounds of letters. But we're so confident in our services, guys, we can help you. We got a satisfaction guarantee, all right? And this is, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are a part of our Liftoff testimonial group. So you see these on a daily basis. We literally have thousands of customers that have seen results from all across the country. You know, this young lady here, I remember Sharonda Parker, came to me with a 450 credit score. All right. She had a whole bankruptcy on her. Yeah, she sent off 1 round of dispute letters. Not only did her bankruptcy get removed, 6 other negative items, but her credit went from 450 to over 627. So you know she was excited. All right. This young lady came to me. She couldn't even get approved for an apartment. You know, she had a bunch of medical collections on her credit report. Guys, Miss Anna Hawkins sent out 1 round of letters. 35 days later, all of her medical collections got removed. Now we just had to focus on building with positive trade lines. And Sharon Langston, this one right here is going to be touching. You know, she had 3 children. She was tired. It was in a little small apartment. Been renting for years, for generations. A lot of this is generational as well, right? Guys, she came to me with a 450 credit score. 4.5 months later, we got her over 760. She went and purchased a dream home for her and her children. So it's one thing to, like, you know, make money and different things of that nature, but when you can actually change someone's life in a meaningful way, that's priceless. To me, it is. All right. So as I mentioned, credit, simple. So you guys understand the credit restoration process as far as removing the negative items. Our credit attorneys are going to process those legal documents on your behalf to wipe out all of your derogatories. All right. Now we need to build with some positive trade lines. So our company offers a secured credit card with guaranteed approval. People are like, hey, why keep applying for credit cards? I can't get approved. You want to start off with a secured credit card first. It's basically like a prepaid credit card. You put the money on there. And as I mentioned, only use 30% of the limit and make that payment on time. Food, gas, 20, 30 bucks. That's going to maximize your score. We also have a Credit My Rent program though. So take notes on this one. Never seen anything like this before in the marketplace. You can literally put upwards of 2 years of rent payments on your credit report. Think about it. Isn't it crazy how rent is the biggest bill a lot of people have, but you don't get any credit for it on your credit report? Guys, we alleviated that. I literally seen this one tool, a person backdating 2 years of rent payments, their credit scores increase anywhere from 50 to 150 points alone, just from this one tool. All right, so that's how we're going to maximize your score. But as I mentioned, guys, we're not just a credit restoration company. Most companies, they only help you remove negative items. Let's say Lexington Law, right? A lot of you guys heard of Lexington Law. No knock to them. They can help you remove negative items. But the only downside to it is they're only going to dispute 1 item at a time. They're going to try to stretch someone out over the course of 2 to 3 years. Guys, we go out to every single negative item from the initial start with all 3 collection agencies. That's why these customers see such fast turnarounds. Not only are we going to help you remove all these derogatory items in one shot and then help you build with positive items, but guys, we're going to give you free credit monitoring included as well. Normally that's like 40 bucks a month, right? Not only are we going to give you free credit monitoring, but we're going to give you all identity monitoring. Because once you get that 700-800 score, Now what you need to do, you need to protect it. Identity theft happens every 3 seconds, guys. So we have a partnership with Allstate Insurance. They're going to give you $1 million in identity theft protection coverage. That's priceless in a sense. You get a financial lockbox. We teach you how to budget, because why do you get collections in the first place? Budgeting is the issue. We teach you how to save for trips and investments, guys. You know, we have a YFL family net. That means youth financial literacy. As I mentioned, we wasn't taught this type of financial literacy in school. So this was priceless to me, because everything I do is for my daughters, and I want to, you know, teach them about financial literacy. So our youth financial literacy program, guys, you can teach your children about financial literacy through different games and different things of that nature. And not only that, but you get a will and trust power of attorney. I'm pretty sure most of you guys know, if you actually have a lawyer prepare a will and trust for you, you're going to pay hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, guys. So much value in what we have going on. You get to save money on trips. If you type a 1 in the chat, if you like to go on vacations, guys, springtime coming up in just a couple of months. Type a 1 in the chat. Guys, we just left from Dallas. Oh man, if you've seen the discounts I got on my room, flight, and rental car, you leveraging this travel club, it's worth it alone just using this one tool with our plan, guys. All right, we have a convenient app you can download and access all of these services. Just makes it very convenient. You know, it's cutting edge technology. We have a roadmap in the app as well. It's literally going to take you from A to Z, you know, utilizing all of those tools. And we're here to help you along the way as well. We also give away a portion of all proceeds go to our Youth Financial Literacy Scholarship Fund. Guys, 2020, we gave over $400,000 away. 2021, we gave away over $600,000. This year, we're looking to double that. So it's just a, you know, blessing to know that you're actually partnering up with a company that's giving back and to the children as well, because I feel like that's the future. All right. So not only are we going to help you remove all of your negative items, thousands of dollars worth of debt, we're going to help you build with positive trade lines. We're going to give you free credit monitoring so you can monitor your credit as well, identity monitoring, will and trust, a host of other services. It's only $89 a month for the first 3 months. No contract. You're able to cancel any given time. It's just prepaid month by month. We just recommend 3 to 6 months to maximize the credit restoration piece. Some people choose to stay on, you know, and after 3 months, it drops down to $69 a month. It gets cheaper. Some people choose to stay on after a year just to keep all those services because they find value in it, where they can keep utilizing the credit restoration. Let's say inquiries come up and new derogatory items, and they can leverage the identity monitoring. That's worth it alone. To get started today, guys, it's just an additional one-time activation fee of $99. And we get started right away working on your behalf. We're going to get those credit attorneys attacking your credit file ASAP. All right. Some people say, hey, well, I don't know if I can squeeze it in my budget. Perfect. That's fine as well. We're here to help people. We're not trying to milk every individual out of as much money as possible. We're trying to help as many people as possible. All right. So what we came up with is 112 million people. Why don't we do this? Guys, if you know 5 people out of those 112 million people that just need the credit restoration piece, refer them over to the platform so we can help put them in a new home. You get your services for free. Type a 1 in the chat if you like free. If you don't want to pay, you can literally get your credit for free, guys, with all these phenomenal services. So that's my time. Hopefully you guys got a lot of value from that. You know, we got Miss Kyra Jordan. She's going to show you how you can partner up with us, just be a referral and make additional income as well. Before I do that, I want to bring on one lady. Oh man, she's phenomenal. She came in our platform just serving the community. She had a vision of really helping a lot of people, and she has a heart of gold. Miss Charlene Dozier, did you make it on the call okay?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening.
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. And thank you so much for the invite on tonight. I'm really excited. And Darryl, I just want to first of all take time to thank you. I joined this beautiful business 4 days, going on 4 days, 5 days now, and I'm more excited now just knowing what I have received in 5 days. Okay. And last but not least, I definitely want to give a shout out to Kyra Jordan, who has been intentional with her posts every day. And when I tell you, team, it truly works. Posting on Facebook and posting your testimonials, that young lady has ministered to me for the past couple of months. I've been following her Facebook pages, and I actually watched her when she was out in Texas, out at the convention or at the convention that they was at. And I just seen all of those phenomenal people doing great things. And, it is truly important. Darryl said, he said, you got to know your why. Coming on these trainings, the Zoom trainings at night, everyone is still saying you have to know your why. And that's the question I want to ask all of you tonight is, it is very important that you know your why, right? Because I actually know my why, and I know my why was intentional. And, when I think of the word intentional, when you look that word up, intentional, in the dictionary, intentional means, guess what? It's done on purpose. And I realized the move that I made on December 30th, it was done on purpose, right? And the reason why I said that is because she didn't know. I was all just following her page, and I realized that connecting with her, she was actually helping me reach my purpose. What I seen in her was a young, gorgeous, vibrant young lady that was really trying to build her empire. And I was looking at myself saying, you know what, I've been in corporate America all these years. I've been successful. I've been in a VP status, associate director, operations manager in a contact center. I have had a team of over 250 people, 9 supervisors, very successful, drove numbers, #1 in the contact center, #1 in sales. And I sat back and said, I had nothing to show for it besides my 401k, my Mercedes, and being able to vacation and everything. But intentionally, I knew I was exhausted when I left some work at night, exhausted some nights, depleted. And I realized that I was building an empire for a company. I wasn't building the empire for me. I was building it for a company. And by watching her tests, her pages and all of the posts that she was sending out, one night she sent out the test. She's like, who's ready to build their empire? And I realized on that night, I knew that she was divinely purposed to hook up with me. I was reading a book, and this book here I was reading back in the end of November. And it said, the name of this book is Live It, Achieve Success by Living with Purpose. And when I read this book, I realized, and it's everything that these guys have been talking about every night. And you all can attest to this. You have to, it says here, finding your big why, activating your big why. The key to it is your big why is your reason and your purpose behind why you do what you do. It is the driving force that propels you forward and encourages you to keep going when you face adversity. When you falter and the thought of quitting crosses your mind, remember your big why. And that's the key. With all of that, you have to remember your big why. And I remember my big why. My big why was that I truly wanted to build an empire for my family, which is very important and key. So I knew that I was going to live it out. And by living out my purpose in 2022, I personally had to step out on faith and realize that my steps were ordered by God. And when I read this book, I realized even being on these calls each night, when these guys talking about live out your why, I said, God, you're still speaking to me. It is very important that we live out our why. And I am a new agent coming on, but I am determined. I am a giver. I am a motivator. I do build strong teams. I do not plan on coming in this company as a new agent. I'm very blessed, but I am looking to live out my purpose, and my purpose is to be a VP of a company, a sales vice president. So I want to share that with all of you guys. And at this point, I just wanted to turn it over to Kyra right now. And I thank you for everything, and Darryl, you as well. You guys continue doing what you're doing.
Man, that was amazing, Charlene. Listen, she is fired up. Like, she is totally a breath of fresh air. I mean, she's come in and she's really ready to get working. So thank you for setting the tone. Darryl, you came and set the tone. That was amazing, that presentation. He went over the services, so excellent. Drop a one in the chat if you got any value from what Darryl has said. Even if Charlie said, I mean, that was just motivating. You know, if you feel like you have no purpose right now where you are, just know that tonight you made it on the right call. I mean, you're going to get so much value. They left me the easy part, guys. I get to talk about the money. I get to talk about how you're going to go to millions in 2022. I think big, right? Drop a one in the chat, or actually drop an M in the chat if you're going to be the next millionaire in your family. Guys, let me just tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Kyra Jordan. I didn't know a lot about financial, literacy at all. I see y'all blowing up that chat. It's a lot of millionaires in that chat. So guys, I knew nothing about financial literacy. My credit was terrible, guys. I mean, I was in the low 500s. I got my first apartment when I was about 19 years old. So when you're young and you don't know much, about credit, what do? You mess it up, right? I didn't know much about finances. So I had, kids very young. My first apartment when I was 19, and I was living in Bridgeport. And I remember, I know you guys don't know where that is, but that's in Connecticut. That's where I'm from. So I remember just wanting more out of life, right? No matter where I've been in life, I always knew that there was more for me. So I remember, going into the car dealership, and I wanted to get a car. By that point, my credit was already messed up. So I couldn't get approved for the car that I wanted. Guys, I mean, I was so defeated. Like, I literally remember I had to get on the bus to bring my kids to daycare. And, as a woman, as a young Black woman, you want to be able to go and get the things that you desire, right? I was humiliated because I had to ride the bus. But I remember sitting on that bus, and I was just sitting there with my kids, and I was just thinking to myself, I might be on this bus right now, but I promise you, this is my last time riding this bus. Guys, I don't care what situation you're in right now. You have to know that my current situation is not my final destination. I was sitting on a public transportation bus, driving my kids to school, and I was just imagining myself going to pick up my brand new car, because at the end of the day, that might have been where I was, but I knew my purpose, and I knew that there was more for me, so years later, I was on Instagram, and, that day I woke up and I was like, I'm ready for a fresh start. I'm ready to get my credit exactly where I want it to be. It was just a God thing, guys. I ended up finding my business partner, Darryl Callum, on Instagram. And, we began to talk, and he began to share with me some things, first about credit. Then he introduced me to this business, and he showed me how it could really change my life. I was so excited, and I got started right away. Like, not only was my credit able to increase, guys, from being in the low fives all the way to the 700s, but I was able to make a great income. And that's what I'm going to talk to you guys today about. So, I was talking to Darryl, and he began to let me know a lot about this business. And how many of you can attest to this quote right here? 84% of people trust word of mouth recommendations. That just simply means that we refer people to things every day, whether it's the hair salon, whether it's the nail salon. But in this business, for every person that you refer over, you're going to get paid for it, right? That's the only difference here. So when you first come in, we spoke about the fee, right? It's $188 to get started. So that was me. I was just going to come in as a client. But when Darryl began to tell me the value of being a business partner with this platform, he said, just for an extra $100, not only will you get all of the services that I just named, but you could start making some good money. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I like to make money, right? There's a lot of ways that you can make money, but this made more sense to me. So he said $288. extra $100, you'll start making money. Right then and there, I said, sign me up, right? I was just excited. I'm like, I know, I was just saying, I want to get myself, together and I'm ready to start business. So he got me. I said, sign me up. But I wasn't too sure about this right here, the $89. And I know you guys are looking at that like, I don't know. That's how I was too, right? But then he said, how many people do you know that need their credit fixed? So I went into my phone and I was just scrolling in my contact list. Guys, there was so many people that I knew who needed these services. 52 million Americans, he just went over it. They have a credit score of 599 or less. There was a lot of people who needed this. So by the time I got to scrolling, I was way past 5, right? We have something in this business called the power of 5. They say, bring 5 people into this business. Guys, I knew over 5 people. All you need is 5, and now you have a complete debt-free business. At that point, we was in the game, right? So I was like, tell me more, right? How could this work for me? Am I the one that has to prepare the documentations? And the answer to that is no. Not only are you getting the services that we just named, and after you get your 5, those services are free, but guess what? You don't have to prepare any of the documentation. You're not doing the leg work. We have lawyers, we have underwriters who are preparing all of the documentation for you. So it doesn't matter how many people, you bring to this business, how many people need their credit fixed. Our lawyers will prepare documentations for all of them. It gets even better. You get your own personalized website. So you'll be real professional, right? You'll get your own personalized website, your own online back office, guys. You even get paid weekly right into your account. In life insurance, these days we scroll on Facebook and so many people are making GoFundMe. They don't have the finances, right? This platform, just by partnering up with us, you get up to $100,000 in life insurance. Wait, with no medical exam. There's people in my family right now who can't even get life insurance because of the preconditions that they have. This platform says, guess what? We will give you life insurance and you don't even have to go to the doctor. Guys, you even get tax advantages because you have your own at-home business, right? So I want you to take a look at this because now I was just excited. Like, he's telling me all of this. So now I want to know, how do I actually get paid in this business? There's actually 6 different ways that we get paid. And I'm actually about to go over the first one. So when you come into this business, for every person that you bring in, you get paid $100. That goes straight to you. Every person you bring in, those 52 million Americans that I discussed, all of your friends and family that are struggling with their credit, you sign those people up. That is $100 for each person that you bring in. But it gets even better. We get residual income, guys. $12 right here, residual income for every person that you bring in. Now, I know that might seem a little bit to you, $12, right? But guys, it doesn't matter because as you are building this business up, you can have 100 people in your back office right now as you're building this business. And that is $1,200 in residual income that you didn't even work for. So that's another way that you get paid, right? For all of the clients that you're going to sign up. And then on top of that, you get residual overrides on them. I never seen anything like it, guys. I was just excited at this point. And then this business gives you the opportunity to grow, right? This is another way that you're going to be getting paid. Because in this business, you could come in and you can say, I just want to make some money by enrolling clients. But the biggest way that you're really going to build an empire and get paid in this business is by building a team. Guys, I came into this business and my mentor, Darryl, and all the other mentors that I'm blessed to have, they show me, the blueprint to this business. As soon as I came in, I hit sales director. So if you're taking notes, guys, this is a really, really important title that you want to hit when you come in, because at sales director, if you see here, $380 that you're getting just by somebody saying, I'm ready to get started, right? $380. But not only are you getting the $380, you're getting residual and overrides on everything that your team is doing when you introduce this platform to them. Right now, I'm actually sitting as sitting at RSD, right? So I get 430 for every person that I bring into this business. If you go up, you see, this is just showing you, this ladder is showing you that there is room for you to grow. This business allows people to grow. It's all at your own pace, right? You know, success loves speed. So guys, I'm about to hit VP. And that means for every person that I bring into this business, I get $500, guys, $500. So, I mean, I've never seen anything like this, but it even gets better. This is just, let me just show you this before I go to that part. 2020, the middle of a pandemic. If you take a look at this, this is actually on our website. This is the income disclosure, guys. So if you take a look at SD and RSD, this was in the middle of a global pandemic. This is how much they were paying out. Regional sales directors, over $30,000. If you look down, $60,000 for an executive sales director. Guys, people are going to school for years and years and years, and they got to take a pay cut. They're not even seeing this kind of money. And then VP, over $100,000. This is on our website. Y'all could pull this up. 2020, the middle of a pandemic, our business was still going. There's a lot of things that you could do in business, right? I had the opportunity to do a lot of things, but this business made sense to me because at the end of the day, people are always going to need their credit fixed, right? You know, they go to get a house. They want your credit to be a good over 700, even for an apartment, a car. Like, credit is something that is never going to die out. So it gets even better, guys. If you take a look at this, this is called the infinity bonus. Remember, I told you that sales director is the most important title, not the most important, but it's one of the titles that you want to reach when you come into this business. That's something that you and your mentor, you really want to make sure you get to, because at sales director, that's when you're going to start getting these bonuses. So if you take a look, you know, sales director, that's an extra $50 every month that's coming into your paycheck. And that is not on top of all the other stuff that I already mentioned. So you're getting $50, on top of everything that I already mentioned. Then you go to regional sales director, that's an extra $187. Executive sales director, $500. I mean, this is monthly bonuses. I know some jobs that don't even give raises. People on jobs waiting 5 years to get a 50-cent raise. And in this business, you can make bonuses just by partnering up with us. And in a month or two, I mean, it's just amazing. This is something that I love, guys. The R&R Club, right? You know, it stands for rest, relaxation, and retirement. This is just simply means that you don't have to be old to retire. You can enjoy life now, right? When you unlock level 1 of this R&R Club, you're getting $600 monthly for your car note. Level 2 and 3, $10K cash bonuses, $1,500 now on a car loan. So they're just giving you all of these bonuses, and it just gets even better than that. Level 4, when you reach that title and unlock level 4, you get 25K in cash bonuses, right? Level 5, you even get monthly payments on your house, right? So it just gets more and more amazing. And then we got level 7 and level 10. So this is just letting you know that you don't have to wait until you turn 70 to retire and relax. So why would this work for you? I mean, I just named some amazing things, but some of my favorites is because I get to be my own boss. You know, when I used to work for the bank or for other places, those jobs were good, but something in me, I just couldn't stand somebody looking over me, micromanaging me and telling me when I can go eat lunch, you know, telling me when I can go pick up my kids. Or so the fact that I get to be my own boss, I mean, that's something that I was sold on right then and there, right? You get to make your own hours. You know, we clock in whenever we want to. We're not really clocking in, but you know what I mean? You get to work from everywhere, guys. We were just in Dallas, Texas, and we were working, right? And then you're helping people reach their personal and their financial goals. That is just something that is amazing to me, right? I'm somebody that loves to help people. I have a passion for women, for single moms. So the fact that I can actually help these women level up in business is simply amazing to me. And you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. You know, so these are some of the leaders that are in this business that I want to show you guys. Give me 1 second. these are some of the leaders that are in our business that I really want to show you guys, right? 1 second. So this is Ashton Henry. If you look in the middle, Ashton Henry actually got a chance to go on the Steve Harvey show. He's always on the Steve Harvey show. He's an immigrant. He came over here from Grenada, I believe, and he was just able to really build his business. You know, he's just telling his story, and his business, I mean, is doing millions. You know, Nicola Smith Jackson, she has one of the largest organizations in our platform. Alfred Nixon, he's only 29 years old, and he is a multi-millionaire just by doing this. Alfred Nixon actually, you know, lived in Florida, South Florida, and he had to share a 2-bedroom with 14 other people. His story is so amazing and so inspiring. And I love it because these people are so humble, right? They literally give us the blueprint to this business. They get on Zooms with us, they pour into us, and they show us how to level up in this business. So I love that we have mentors that we can really get the game from and look up to, right? So I love to leave off with this. Either you're going to be 3 of these people. You're going to be A, like me. I'm ready to go, you know, sign me up. That's how I was. I was just ready. I seen the value in this, and I knew that, you know, I had to do it, right? I knew my why, I knew my purpose, and I seen this information, and I knew it was my time, right? Or you're B, you have some questions for us, you know, we'll stay on and we'll answer those questions for you, whatever they are. Or you're C, you know, you see value in this, but for right now, you want to enjoy the services. So the secret of getting ahead is always getting started, guys. I want you to thank the person who invited you on, because the person that invited you on saw value in you, and they thought the world of you to expose you to this information, and they want you to level up in 2022. So please thank that person and get back with that person and let them know that you're either ready to get started or you're ready to sign up for our services. Guys, I love you all, and I will see you at the top. All my millionaires that were in the chat that was excited. I cannot wait till you guys reach financial freedom. All right, that's my time.